Boxing Media, the Fighters Channel, yes, the Trainers Channel, oh yeah, the People's Channel, that's right. El Borigrenguillo del Boxeo. What's going on, my people? Make sure you go out your way to smash the like button to improve the visibility of the show. Great interview that we did yesterday with Panda. Got Shakur Stevenson's attention. Like I said, I knew that he was going to respond to it. Here it is. Shakur Stevenson writes on Twitter, I respect everything that Panda said. He watched me grow up in the sport. He understands the level and knows the business. He just wants the most money for his fighter. If he's gonna take the biggest risk, I respect it. But that is very disappointed. Oscar talked a big game. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Shakur, make sure you check out that last interview that I just dropped. A little piece there with Panda. Nevertheless, we are also going to be talking about the replacement with Keith Thurman. Lots of talks about that. Didn't want to get too into it, but now that everybody's already doing it, we might as well touch up on it. We're going to be doing the phone lines right now. Call-ins are now available, ladies and gentlemen. Phone lines are now available. We are live on Instagram, on Mill City Boxing, and live on YouTube. Okay? So, subscribe to Mill City Boxing on YouTube. Appreciate y'all. Phone lines are now wide open, ladies and gentlemen. Phone lines are now wide open. Become a member of Mill City Boxing. Also, the link is in the comments. What's going on? Kirk Jones, what's going on? Gotta check you out, brother Mill City, on the lunch break. You know what it is. You know what it is. Salute to Kirk Jones. Salute to everybody on the IG Live. We have the panels wide open, ladies and gentlemen. So come in, talk your talk. We are live on YouTube and Instagram. So the news is Keith Thurman out, Fundora in. Then Terrence Crawford wants next. This is the topic. Obviously, we're going to be talking about Cepeda as well with Shakur Stevenson. But this is the main topic, the topic we wasn't able to touch on yesterday. Can everybody just hit the like button? That's right, my brother. That's right. So, in the comment section, what I need y'all to know, I need to know what y'all believe. Is Fundora a better opponent for Tszyu than Keith Thurman? I think that's one of the most important questions of them all. You Beezy, what's going on? Fundora about an upset. Okay, so Fundora was the WBC interim champion. It seems to me that they're going to be unifying, and also Terrence Crawford exercising his super. Let's break down the fight. What you think about the fight? Do you guys think it's a better fight? Is it still pay-per-view worthy? Or it wasn't pay-per-view worthy and now it is pay-per-view worthy? Okay? Also, what are you willing to pay for this fight? What are we willing to really pay for this fight? You know what I mean? So I think that's important. I definitely think that we're gonna have to brush up on that. But nevertheless, March 30th, we're still on. First caller coming in. First caller coming in. I got my brother from another mother, Jose, in the building from Mill City. What's going on, Jose?
What's going on, my brother?
How we doing? How we doing? This is a special. This is a special right here. One of my first students, or my first student in boxing. What's going on?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
You getting ready for a fight or what?
I'm getting ready for a fight. Yes, sir.
Man.
April 5th.
April 5th? Mm-hmm. Now, you jumping right into the gloves?
No, this is just a local tournament in Andover.
Really? That's a bummer. At least, so you getting your feet wet. You getting your feet wet.
I'm getting my feet wet before I fight. So it's exciting.
I'll be there. How about that? And if you need
Yes,
me,
sir.
and if
Come
you need
through.
me, I'll be there as well. You know what I mean? However you need me. You need me in the front row. You need me in the corner. Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So talk to me.
Yes,
How's your
sir.
venture, like in your venture going on in boxing? You know what I mean? Obviously, I started you up with the hands, and now you with my old trainer, Bugsy, which is a good, great choice. Talk to me about your venture in boxing.
I'm actually with one of Bugsy's fighters,
Okay.
and then I'm also working with Pat. So they're both.
Okay.
I'm working with both of them, and it's been great. It's been great. We're working, and we're just ready to fight. But you definitely did start. You started me, and then I went to Julio. Then I went back to you, and now I'm with X and Pat.
So, talk to me as far as working to get into the gold. I mean, are you gonna go to Golden Gloves, or as you said, it's one and done, just the Andover fight? Talk to me.
As of right now, how I'm feeling, I think it's a one and done deal. I got a lot going on, and boxing is a lot. It's a lot. It's a full time job.
It really is. As a coach, as a fighter, everything. Even doing media, it was very hard for me to do two things in the same time. Very hard. So man, talk to me as far as sparring is concerned, man. Like how you are you getting better? Like what's goody? Salute to Jackie Hernandez on the live. We just got 40 people on the YouTube right now. Smash the like button, guys, so you can improve the visibility of the show. Also, we got phone lines are open. We got 2 lines available. My bad, Jose.
No, you good. You good. Sparring's been crazy. A lot of sparring. I've been sparring in Lawtown Boxing. We got Inner City in Haverhill on Thursday. A lot of sparring.
So what do you think about my what?
Nose is sparring?
You broke your nose?
Right there. You remember when I broke my nose? You were right there.
Yeah, I remember when you broke your nose. You went straight to the hospital. You was gushing. You was gushing. You was gushing, and then you went in there again. I remember the second time. Did you have stitches in your nose by at that time?
Yeah. So after surgery, I went back to sparring, and you were in my corner, and we sparred Charlie from Lawtown Boxing, and he hit my nose so hard he like knocked out the stitches. So I had to go back to the hospital and get my nose restitched.
I remember. And when you broke your nose, I remember I wasn't moderating the sparring. I was somewhere else. I like to moderate it because I like to like give you instructions. So look at the Kid Austin the other day. Um, he's a young kid. He's Golden Boy's prospect, and he suffered 2 fights ago his first big gash right here. His last fight, he suffered another one right here. He's jumping into his punches. He's not being patient. And at a young fighter, you're gonna mess up the cartilage. This is different level. This is pro talk. You know what I mean? This is pro talk. But at a young age, you don't want to be messing up your cartilage because it's your fault because you're not patient. You know what I mean? That's not good. If you're gonna be in a humdinger, be in a humdinger. But don't force yourself to be in one. You know what I mean? So that those things happen in boxing, but patience is everything. But what has boxing done for you outside of just getting in shape and stuff like that?
Build my confidence. Yeah, just build my confidence.
That's when you first came to me, right? Was for that, right?
I wanted to learn how to fight when I first came to you.
But it was kind of like to build your confidence, though. Yeah, and you was debating if you wanted to compete or not.
Yes.
You was debating. I try to force everybody to do it, but I know that that's not the right thing to do. But then now you're making the decision to go do that. Why? What? Why?
I fell in love with the sport. Got me in crazy shape, and that's why.
So what you want to do one and done because you respect the sport?
I want to do one and done because it's a lot of wear and tear on your body.
Gotcha.
And I'm getting out of work. I work at 7 to 3. Then when I get out of work, straight to the gym for 2 hours. A lot.
Right.
And I'm 28 years old. I'm not a young man anymore. So
I hear you.
It's a lot. I respect all those guys doing it.
So tell me, what you want to talk about? Shout out to the Off the Hook.
Romero.
What was that?
Let's talk about Rolando Romero and Isaac Cruz. What do we got?
You're asking for my prediction?
I want you to break it down for
me. Okay. I believe that Rolly Romero has the size advantage, and he's gonna want to be able to push um Pitbull Cruz backwards, but Pitbull doesn't know how to go backwards. He knows how to go forward. So I could see Pitbull running into things, but I don't see uh Rolly being educated enough to do such thing. If you know what I mean. I think that Pitbull Cruz's IQ is a lot higher than Rolly Romero's, and I think the average person could see that. I don't even think you need to be a boxing enthusiast to really see that. I think that I think it goes the distance. I think it goes the distance. I think that Rolly has not found that killer instant back since the Tank fight. He got also dropped in sparring prior to that, and then you already know with Barroso, el viejo, you already know el tío mío or somebody. You know what I'm saying? He exposed them as well. So I believe that he got the better legs, the longer legs. He gonna be on his bike. He's gonna choose to fight when he chooses to fight. It goes 12 rounds. Decision goes to Pitbull Cruz. The betting lines are very close, man. They're in within 120.
What do you think about him leaving Bullet, Coach Bullet?
Good question. See, what me is that first of all, Silas is an amazing coach, right? He's gonna go into the Hall of Fame, right? That's easy, right? One of the best Cuban coaches um around right now, currently, and possibly in all time. Um, Let me tell you something. I think that I think you can't really blame the coach. You gotta blame Rolly and the relationship that he has with the coach. I think the level of respect you have for your coach is what you're gonna give in the gym. So I feel like there was a lack of respect with Bullet, and because there was a lack of respect with Bullet, now he decided not to learn. He's not open enough to want to learn. So I believe that Silas, the Spanish guys, man, they don't, get the hell out of here if you don't want to work. You know what I mean? Look at Bugsy. Yeah. Look at Bugsy. You know what I mean? Bugsy, yeah. You gotta prove to him that you're not a bum. You gotta prove it. If you don't prove it, he's just telling you the truth. Yeah. He's just telling you the truth. You don't like it. The truth hurts sometimes. You feel me? Mm-hmm. Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. So I think it goes a decision. It's going to be a war, but I don't think that Pitbull Cruz is going to be able to get him as much as he wants to get him because he's going to be on his bike. Very similar to the Barroso fight, to be honest with you. But he's going to be swinging and missing a lot more. And Pitbull Cruz is going to be throwing more punches than Barroso. But similar fight.
Okay. What do you think about Thurman
pulling out? Bicep injury, man. I mean, Thurman's at that age that I know a lot into this topic because I'm cool. I've done interviews with Thurman. I'm cool with Coach K, and salute to everybody on the live as well. Let me tap some more callers in as well.
You remember that girl, the one that said MC in the ring? Remember her? She said that Spence was gonna lose when we went live with her.
Yep, absolutely.
Get her in here. She was right. He got smoked. I want to apologize to her because she was right.
What's going on, Pete? What's going on, MC? MC, tap in with us.
How you doing, my guys? How you doing?
What's going on? What's going
How
on?
you doing? Shit,
New caller coming in, Pete.
I got a bet going on for the Romero fight right
now. MC in the building. What's good, girl? It's been a minute.
I got Rolly winning by 8th round knockout.
Word. MC was goody. How's everything?
You know why, right?
Hold on, Pete. Hold on, Pete. Hold on, Pete. This ain't the Pete show. Hold on, Pete. MC, what's going on?
Doing good. Right now, so I'm kind of waiting for him. So I'm hanging out with my dog.
Hold on, Pete. I'll tap you back in because the noise in the background. Yeah. Unless you're gonna mute yourself.
But yeah, I'm hearing you. I remember. You know, sometimes I think about that conversation, and you guys were going off, and I'm like, I could keep back to you, but at the end of the day, Crawford did what he needed to do. He's gonna continue to do what he needs to do. So I think he showed everybody what he's all about. So I can't wait. I wish he could jump into this fight, but I think it's a little short notice. I think Tszyu is not someone that you can take on a one fight. You can't just take on a 1 week notice or 2 weeks notice. I actually really respect him, and I think that I actually think that this is an easier fight for Tim now that Sebastian Fundora is gonna be fighting instead of Tim. I'm sorry, instead of Keith. And the reason why I say that, I think Keith has a lot of veteran knowledge that I don't think Sebastian has right now. Also, I don't like the way his last performances. I do think he's going to be learning something from those fights he had, but I don't think that Tim is the person to go try that out with, to be honest with you. You guys have seen those pictures of Crawford looking like crazy at 160 already, 154. So I'm really looking forward to that, and I hope he comes back soon. As far as Spence goes, hey, no disrespect to Spence. He did what he needed to do. He gave us the fight that we wanted. He signed the dotted line. He made a lot of money. Yeah, they both did. But at the end of the day, I feel like the community still respects Spence. I would like to see him back. I think that now the way that the landscape is looking at 154, even 160, I think that I don't know how I see Spence coming back. Personally, I think he needs to take a fight with someone like maybe Castanos. I really like Brian Castano. Also previously in the amateur, so that would help out a lot.
Spence and Keith, they're both injured.
Bro, I don't know if I would want to sign another big fight for Keith right now, to be honest with you. If anything, he might be able to come back for that as a co-main event to Earl Spence, right? So let's see what you got. Let's see if you are able to do that. And the reason why I say that, it's because Earl Spence has the capability to be able to sell out a Dallas Cowboys stadium. And I'm sorry, but Keith can't do that. Unless he's got a great dancing partner, which in this situation,
how sure are you that he can sell out the Dallas Stadium without a great dance partner? And I've seen a lot of fans that they kind of like sell them out. They're not talking about Spence no more. I don't think he can sell out I don't know.
I think that Dallas fans ride with you through everything. If you need an example of that, take a look at the Dallas Cowboys, bro.
I was about to say that only in football. I was about to tell you that only in football, though. This is a different sport. Only in football.
Earl Spence.
He'll have the football team.
In Texas. I would like to see him go down against Virgil Ortiz. I think.
Ahí mismo.
At the Cowboys Stadium would be sick. That's a fight that we.
But that sells. That's a good dancing partner. Lorenzo in the building. Yo, go inside your car. All I can hear is the highway.
Oh shit! All right, I'm walking my puppy right now. I'll be there right now.
All right, buddy.
Oh, they took me out of jail. They took me out of jail.
My bad, MC. Carry it away.
Yeah, Virgil Ortiz looked great at his last fight. I really, and he's also had a lot of not injuries, but he's had some health issues. So Yeah, 154, 160 is kind of looking maybe a little hurt, but those are guys that obviously Virgil's so much more younger than Keith, right? But yes, we're targeting for Virgil right after. I think Virgil, bro, I'm really high on Virgil.
So why you
will stop Virgil?
why you think that Fundora is better than Keith fight though?
Dallas Cowboys fan. My husband's one of them. He still was wearing the Spence shirt. I don't know where we were at it, and I was like, "You're gonna wear that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I don't give a damn." So he still does have a lot of fans that will go to his fight.
Right, right. Virgil will be back in April. I will announce the next week. Appreciate you, Rick. Thank you, Rick. If you got time, you can come and tap in and speak your piece. Shout out to Ringwalk.
Romero, Isaac.
Shout out to Ringwalk Danny as well.
I don't know if you know, but there is a two-way. There is a rematch there. I believe that Rolly does have a rematch going up against Isaac. Personally, I don't think Isaac Cruz looked that great against. Did you know that, Coach? Did you know about the rematch, Coach?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So no, you're fine. So I see Isaac winning. I think Isaac knows that the last performance that he had was not what he should have done in order to get that Tank rematch. Let's talk about that. Isaac Cruz is the only guy that's been able to go 12 rounds with a guy named Tank Davis. That guy sells out no matter what. So if you really look at, I think that's really kind of what they're fighting. Really, and Tank sold a lot of pay-per-views. Or their pay-per-views were high. I'm sorry, I take that back. They had a really high gate. So I do think that Rolly is a very. So I think.
What's up, bro?
I don't see Rolly winning. I don't know how with or like how the fight necessarily is gonna play out, but I think Isaac Cruz really needs this win more than anything. And I also think that Ryan Cabrera was. I think that he was how well or the boxer he was. So people
I'll get you back there, bro.
Personally, I thought it was very close.
Right. You know, Rick goes and says Ramirez will target the winner of Rolly, Cruz, or Haney or Garcia after. What you think about actually the winner of that fight actually fight in the rematch with Tank at 140 pounds? I remember talking to Subir Matias, and that's what he thought.
Of Rolly and Cruz?
Yeah, Rolly and Cruz, the winner of that gets Tank at 140 pounds. Gets him leverage, so when he does fight Devin Haney, he got a belt there. But then again, hard to make that fight.
Same outcome. Yeah, I think it's going to be the same outcome. I think Rolly doesn't have a chin.
You don't think Rolly got a chin?
Rolly don't have a chin. He got dropped in sparring. He's been dropped by their grandpa.
Yeah, abuelo.
So I don't know. He has a questionable chin, suspect chin.
Now, I think this Fundora is interesting. I think he made this interesting.
I actually think, and I disagree with you, MC. I think Fundora is going to make this fight more difficult for Tszyu because the guy's like 6'7", and Tszyu has been training for a short
southpaw too.
5'7". So he has 2 weeks to prepare for a guy that's 6'7".
Southpaw as well.
Huh?
And he's southpaw.
Yeah. I know what you mean, and I southpaw too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh. I saw that he already flew in that Tim already apparently flew a few tall dudes or something so he can spar. I know what you mean, and yes, Sebastian Fundora is gonna stay in there, and he will give him a fight. But that's what I think it's gonna make it go short. I think that
absolutely.
He had the capability to kind of go more. He knows, hey, guess what? If I get hit with a clean shot, I can take a knee. I can go ahead and give myself some time. I don't know if Fundora has.
He knows how to go 12.
correct, to go 12, and then, dude, Tim looks like he hits really hard.
Hell yeah.
The way that he beat Brian Mendoza was like, whoa, like, you know what I'm saying, right? So, I don't
Because he's a puncher, because Mendoza's a big puncher.
Yeah, you see, promoter, he's saying if you're betting him in 5, and I don't know if that's what the odds are saying, that it's going to last longer than that, but I think my prediction before this was probably that Keith was going to go all the way to the 10th round, and now I kind of see it more ending closer to the 5th, 6th.
Yes, I agree.
No respect to Fundora. I commend him for taking this fight. He's going to now get a unification shot when, like, he was only going to get one belt. So, I don't know. I think his sister, though, on the other hand, she's going to be...
She's nice. She's a champion already.
Yes, exactly. But I'm saying, like, we haven't even seen the best of her yet. Like, she's still, I think, is going to go forward so much more. But, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe, and you know what? To be honest with you, I think Fundora's background makes it even more interesting, too. The fact that he's half Mexican, half Cuban, like, that's pretty impressive. If you look at all the battles before, it always used to be like Mexico versus Puerto Rico. Now we're starting to see Mexico versus Cuba a lot more. Imagine now a guy that has those two backgrounds. Like, damn, that's great. And I really like that they also took that approach when they were showing like Rolly's history from the American dream perspective. It's always the Mexicans with the American dream. You know, there's a lot of other different cultures. Like, for example, Argentinians. We see Argentinians are actually really good at boxing, and they don't have a lot of other sports that they kind of are good at that. But if you look at, they've had a lot of champions, and they currently have champions right now still, but they're just maybe, we don't kind of show that as much or whatever. But I don't know. I thought they did a really good job. I had never heard Rolly speaking Spanish either. That was one of the first times that I think he does speak Spanish. So
he does.
But I'm hearing both. A lot of people are excited that it's Fundora being replaced, and then other people are like, "What? I can't believe like that. This is a replacement." So it just goes to show you that a lot of people still do like Fundora, no matter if he lost or not. But we'll see.
Right. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a shorter night now that that Fundora's up. And did you see the confidence? And did you hear some of the interviews of him saying, "Yeah, I took it right away. There was no hesitation. You know, he looks very confident. He's like, look what Mendoza did." And then on top of it, right, his sparring partner was Mendoza, and for this camp as well.
I know.
Coño, yeah, we could say that we could say that Tszyu has a disadvantage because he has to go get some of these guys that are southpaw that are 6'4", but then in the same time, it's like, yo, you've been having some interesting work lately.
Yeah.
Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. We are live on Instagram and on YouTube. So, what do you guys think about as far as Terrence Crawford being the mandatory exercising his super champion title with the WBO? What you think about that? And some people don't think it's fair. What you think?
I think it's fair. He's two-time undisputed champion, and he's just done a lot for the sport. I honestly think Terrence Crawford's going to retire this year. I think after he beats Tszyu, I think that's it. I don't see him fighting anymore. No, I don't think the Spence fight's going to happen. I think you think he's going to continue fighting? I think he's going to at least fight 2 more years. What are you talking about? This guy is now just about to reach the pin. If Canelo's saying that he's fighting for 5 more years, Crawford can fight for 2 more, baby. I'm sorry. You think that Crawford's gonna fight for 2 more years? What does he have left? More. He's got so much to accomplish. I feel so much more to accomplish to possibly go down one of the greatest of our generation. I think that he's already number 1 pound for pound. To be honest with you, the only challenge that I see for him, I'm not saying Tszyu ain't a challenge, but the big challenge that I see for him is the Canelo fight. And I think it's a great approach. Are we talking about Canelo going up there? You think Canelo's going to fight Crawford? You think he would? And at this point, I don't know what that guy wants to do. He's fighting Munguia instead of fighting the other champions at 168. So I'm not sure.
So you don't like the Munguia fight?
I don't like the Munguia fight.
Yeah, I'm asking.
Yeah. I don't really. I think it's kind of sus that you say you don't fight Mexicans and then you are fighting Mexican now. I think that's kind of weird. You think Canelo Alvarez?
MC, are you Mexican?
Canelo Alvarez is a duck. Yeah.
Are you Mexican, MC?
Yeah, 100%. Nací en México. Me vine a vivir acá cuando tenía 9 años.
So do you feel like that's what like the Mexican community feels as well? What you feel? Or is it just a personal opinion you think?
I don't speak for the Mexican community. I just speak for myself. And as a boxing fan, I think the fight we should have had was Munguia. Benavides. I think they could have sold out the Allegiant Stadium with Benavides. Do you think Canelo Alvarez is a duck? You think he's scared to fight Benavides? It doesn't matter to me. I think he didn't take the fight for whatever reason that is.
I think Canelo's gonna fight him.
You think so? Good. I think he should.
I think he's going to.
When?
I think more towards the end. Probably like when he decides that he's gonna retire, he's gonna take that L. And yeah. Yeah.
You think he's gonna lose?
Yeah, I think yeah, it's like the passing of the torch type of a thing. You know what I mean? Like he's sparring. He's the guy that Benavides is fighting. I don't know if you guys know, that's been Canelo's sparring partner for 3 years.
Oh wow!
Ah, you don't know? Oh.
He's being managed by Eddie Reynoso.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, payday. I know that. That's the passing of the torch fight. I agree. Facts, Rick. Facts. I'm telling you. He's not.
What's your prediction for
Munguia versus Canelo? I think Munguia gets stopped. Probably with a body shot. To be honest with you, he got a long torso, super long torso. And then what's good about Munguia is that we get to see these guys actually throwing body shots at each other versus just one person throwing one, and that gets you that the problem of an exchange. We want to see exchanges. Exchanges means drama, so I think that this is a drama fight. I think this fight got no word of a lie. It could be a fight of the year type of a thing too if it goes the distance. If it goes the distance, this is a fight of the year type of a thing. Bam and Estrada. We can't forget about that one. But they never give love to the little guys. You know what I mean? But that's gonna be nice.
Munguia throws a lot of punches. He throws a lot of punches.
Yeah, I would bet on a stoppage because I know that Canelo could do that. But then again, the decision, taking a 2 little piece bet, it wouldn't hurt.
I think it's gonna be interesting. Who knows? Yo, coach, what do you guys think if Munguia is not afraid of Canelo, if he can take his power? Do you think that's gonna do you think that's gonna make the fight play out differently? If Munguia walks through Canelo's punches, if he can take it, that man has a chin. I think that's gonna be. What do you think?
Yeah, because of the punch output. The punch output. Munguia throws a lot of punches. To beat a counter puncher, you gotta throw combinations. That's how you beat a counter puncher. You know what I mean? Because
what I'm saying is, what if he doesn't fear Canelo and his power, and he walks him down?
You know what's gonna happen? It's gonna be a long ass night. You know what I mean?
A long ass night with John Ryder down in Guadalajara. That was a long night, from what I remember. And guess what? I did not think that was gonna be a long night at all. And I don't think the Mexican crowd in there thought that was gonna be a long night at all. I was very surprised with the fact that he didn't stop John Ryder. To be honest, do you think?
Yeah, but he didn't wake up for that fight. And another thing too, did you ever look at? I don't know if you go off of looking at a man on the scale, but John Ryder looked jacked up as hell when he fought Canelo. When he fought Munguia, you could tell that paycheck set in.
But if you look at Munguia himself, Did Munguia get better from his last performance? And is he improving? He really is. Now, is he going to be able to improve to the depth and reach that pinnacle where Canelo is? I'm not sure. That's my concern.
Canelo's is an amazing fighter. Like, he's today's greatest fighter. This is what the greatest fighter looks like today.
The greatest fighter today his name is Terrence Crawford.
I would agree. I would agree. But you can't go out here and talk about resumes. We can't compare resumes. We can't do that. No, we can't.
Let's compare resumes.
No, don't do that. Don't do that. That don't make no sense.
But that's all I'm gonna say. Let the rest of the year go by and see if those guys really give us the fights we want. Both of them, not just one. Because guess what? The other people that are in the pound per pound, they are all giving us the fight we want. And for example, Arthur Beterbiev versus Vivo, I cannot wait for that one.
Una buena. Let me not throw that fight of the year out too quickly, because there's a lot of great fights this year. You're right.
Arthur, by the way, and I'm telling you right now, Arthur
Logana.
Yes.
I think so too. I think Beterbiev beats him too.
So we'll see. We'll see what the 175 is really made out of. And now that David Benavidez is gonna be up there, I can't wait. Now we're gonna have a Mexican up there, to represent us.
Yeah, and I didn't like Bevo's last performance. I think that guy did not even really. He didn't even punch. He didn't even punch back, and he still wasn't able to finesse the KO. Like, it was there, but you're not placing the punches the way you needed to place them. You're throwing away a whole bunch of stuff just to get arm punches. You're not Canelo Alvarez. You don't throw something on my shoulder and it ends up swelling up like crazy. It's not it. So yeah, Beterbiev. But what happens if he gets old?
Follow, and hopefully I can join you guys soon again.
Absolutely. MC, thank you for tapping in.
Thank you.
Blessings. So yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I've been trying to tap in people left and right. Ain't gonna say, like, somebody press the join button to see if it's letting me let people in, and if not, I'll start up another live. We're also live on YouTube. If you are on the YouTube, want to become a member, the link is in the comments. Salute to everybody on the live as well. Rick, salute to you as well, man. So yeah, talk to me nice, Jose. What else you got for me? What else you got for me?
What do you think about Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney? Do you think Ryan Garcia is crazy, or you think he's just trying to sell a fight? What you think?
Punch drunky, it works. Tenemos aquí el pastor de boxeo.
Dímelo, mi gente, ¿qué lo que?
Tranquila, aquí hablando boxeo. So your question was, what do I think about Ryan and Ryan and Devin?
Do you think he's just trying to start a fight, or do you think he's really like that?
No, ese tipo tiene problemas. Ese tipo tiene problemas. He got some problems, bro. You know what I mean? He need a little punch drunk therapy. You know what I'm saying? Like, talk to me nice, don't me hables. What's going on, Punchy? Talk to me nice.
What's good? What we talking about, man?
You know what the thumbnail looking like.
I didn't even see how the thumbnail looking.
It looking like everybody else's thumbnail.
Keith Thurman, Tszyu.
You know that.
Man, you know I'm a Keith Thurman fan, man. And I'm afraid to say it, but man, I think he's done already, man. Too much layoff, injury to add that into play. And if it's a
his coach was here, but he don't want to talk about the shit.
I mean, and that's the thing that
until Keith talks about it first.
Yeah, and I think that's whack. I mean that's whack as well. You ain't being transparent, and then fighters then they get mad when they don't know nothing. But you have a platform. You got social media. You could already tell the people right away what happened. You got to understand that the fans.
Oh, it's coming out today. It's coming out today.
Okay, I mean, yeah. You know what I'm saying? There's people that book their flight. There's people that book their hotel. It's not for you to stay shut. You got to let your fans know what happened. What's going on?
Big facts. Big facts. Yeah, ese tipo está loco, bro, and he's gonna lose every round. Ryan Garcia. Pero with the
Ryan Garcia está hablando la verdad. Ryan Garcia is talking about the kids out there, man. Save the kids out there. Ese tipo no es loco. Ese tipo de verdad.
Es que what he's saying is true, or maybe some of it's true, maybe it's not. Some of it's not true. I don't know. I don't get into that. Yo aquí, nosotros hablamos de boxeo aquí.
Hey, that's part of boxing because it's part
Nah. The kids is not. Nah, you crazy.
It's part of the promotion. You feel me?
You bugging.
It seems like the boxing fans, sometimes they want to act like they bougie. Like, yo, he crazy. Mike Tyson was crazy. Roberto Duran was crazy. They all crazy. Who we got?
You compare Mike Tyson to, you just pick Mike Tyson to Ryan Garcia.
Hey, yo, Mike Tyson once said to a journalist, I don't want to do interviews unless I fornicate with you. Mike Tyson said to a journalist, hey, put me in this suede jacket. I'll fuck you till you love me, faggot. Ain't nobody even question Mike Tyson. That's how, yo, Mike Tyson, what you just said? Hey, yo.
So you're telling me when he was saying all that stuff, you didn't think that the media didn't think and the people didn't think that he was crazy?
But that's what I'm saying. But yet it's still crazy, and yet we still buy it.
But he embraced it, and he fought great people for us to stop thinking about that stuff, and he's still a great. Ryan ain't doing any of that.
No, the thing about boxing is that that we have a green light to be crazy. No other sport, not even a society. Think about it. Boxing is where Bernard Hopkins took the Puerto Rican flag and slammed it. Yo, Ricardo Mayorga slapped the ass of Shea Mosley's wife.
That shit was crazy.
Pulev took the journalist and started kissing her. Hey, yo, Billy Joe Saunders was practicing in the heavy bag and was teaching how men could beat a woman. This is boxing where Gervonta Davis could go viral with his baby mama, where he's physically manhandling his baby mama and still go to Atlanta and sell out. This is boxing. Everything goes. This is the real freedom of speech in boxing.
Yeah.
The crazier, the better.
Jose, what were you trying to say?
He said Mike Tyson. You can't talk about Mike Tyson without saying Jake Paul now. So who we got? And do you think if it's fake? Do you think it's fake? And do you think if it's real, do you think Mike Tyson is going to knock out Jake Paul? A 57-year-old Mike Tyson. What do we got? What do you think, boxing drunk?
We said boxing drunk.
I got Mike Tyson. I got Mike Tyson winning. I got Mike Tyson. Who you got, Coach?
I think that this is a crazy fight. I can't believe we're talking about this shit. I think that Mike Tyson's getting old, man.
He's getting older.
If he can't get him, he getting like really old. Like you know what that type of old that I'm talking about. Like you can't really do shit. He getting to that. You know what I mean?
I hope I look like Tyson and the way that he's moving when I get to that age.
Yeah, you could. He looked good doing that shit for fucking a whole 30 seconds. You know what I'm saying? He looked good doing that for a whole 30. Then we take a break after that, and then we do it for the retake. Nah, I think the legs of Jake Paul. I think he can do enough to stay away from a Mike Tyson. I think he won't engage in the beginning rounds while his punches are still smoking, and they're still heated. I think that he moves around. He's athletic enough to do that. You know what I mean? And we still have 57-year-old legs. We got to keep it 100.
But I think that also Mike
Tyson don't land that shot in the first 2 rounds. Punch.
But Mike Tyson is smart. All you got to look. It's almost like Canelo. You know what Canelo Alvarez learned throughout the years? I'm gonna stay in the middle of the ring. I really don't have to rush and for me to close the gap. You want to score, you're gonna have to commit some way. If you don't want to commit in the third round, fourth round, but you won't have to come if you want to win the fight. And that's all Mike Tyson has to do. Stay basically in the middle of the ring. You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to want to throw punches. You're gonna have to want to land, and I'm gonna counter. Mike Tyson don't have to be Kid Dynamite and chase this guy around and stuff like that. All you gotta do is stay in the middle of the ring.
Jake Paul is not as bad as you think. He probably beat up a lot of your family members. Real rap. You know what I mean? He could definitely do something in the ring. He's not just one of these garbage can type of people. Like, he's taking this shit serious, bro.
Oh, but I was listening to y'all earlier. You said that you believe that Canelo Alvarez is gonna knock out Jaime Munguia with a body shot. That's what you said?
I said that's where I think that my prediction really lies. But if it goes the distance, we're looking at a fight of the year type of candidate, type of a fight. Yeah,
I think so. I don't think he's gonna knock him out. I really do think that Canelo Alvarez is gonna win, but I think that Canelo Alvarez has slowly declined, but his decline is still the best.
Nah, HLD. He goes. Nico Ali Walsh beats Jake Paul. Nah. Slow that down. Nico ain't that good either. Nico Ali ain't that good either.
I'm not gonna say he's trash. He's just not.
Did you see the guy he lost to?
Oh, I'm not gonna say he's trash. I ain't gonna say that he's.
Punch? Did you see the guy he lost to? Did you see how he fought?
I seen the fight.
What do you label that guy that won? What do you label that guy that won?
You know the pressure of Nico Ali.
No, punch. Label the guy that he just lost to.
I don't think he's ever gonna be an elite fighter or even to challenge a world champion. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, exactly. So that's the same thing goes for Jake Paul. Same thing. Oh, you give him more credit?
I think at least. I mean, how many boxers has he fought? Boxers. Jake Paul? Yeah.
Jake Paul?
One.
Nah, he lost to Tommy Fury, and then he lost to two, and then he fought two boxers that were supposedly Golden Glove champions from Alaska or somewhere.
The Mexican guy, the first one. I remember.
You know what I'm saying? Like Nico Ali, but answer me my question: the guy that he lost to, right? Jake Paul's way better than him.
Yeah, I like Jake Paul.
See, now we're getting somewhere. You know what I mean? Now.
With the Canelo, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, with the Canelo Alvarez, I think that he declined, but I think that his decline, he's still the best at 168 in my opinion. But I don't see him stopping Jaime Munguia. He didn't stop Gavol. He didn't stop Triple G. That was right in front of him. He didn't stop Jamal Charlo.
Corriendo, papi, corriendo. No, Styles makes fights, papi.
But the thing is, he ran. He boxed on the outside. He ran, but he still got to him, but still couldn't finish him. He still hit him with some good flush shots. Guys, I just don't think that his. I think he's declining a little bit.
That's fine, and it shows.
Coach and drunk boxing. Did you guys see the interview with Andre Ward where he said Canelo Alvarez was literally forced to fight Triple G?
I did see that. Did you?
I did. What do you think about that?
Punch.
I mean, I think that which one? The third time or the second time? The second time? The first time.
The first time. You can't. Yeah, you can't get forced to do it after that.
Yeah. So why don't everyone have those comments? I can't stand Canelo. I think he's been cherry picking his whole career. I can't stand that.
When you now,
you gonna say that Canelo has been cherry picking his whole career?
He said whole career.
So he cherry picked Austin Trout. He cherry picked Floyd Mayweather.
Cherry picked Bivol.
He cherry picked Bivol. Who's gonna deny like a $10 million payday?
He cherry picked Caleb Plant. He cherry picked Caleb Plant.
Yes, he did. He could have fought someone else. He cherry picked.
He had a belt.
Miguel Cotto got paid $15 million. Got paid $5 million. Did he cherry pick Shane Mosley?
Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen. This is one of my students here, so he's just coming in as a first timer.
40-year-old Shane Mosley. I mean, look at the age that he fought him. Was it prime Canelo Alvarez fighting Shane Mosley? No, it was not. Okay, so young fighters, they usually get their veteran fighters in, right? Most of them. Mm-hmm. If you think about that, that's like the tradition. You come up, you go fight the gatekeeper, the veteran fighter. Look, who Keyshawn Davis just beat?
Pedraza.
He beat Pedraza, ex-world champion. That's like the nature of, that's how it goes. Okay, so what do you think about Rocky Fielding? That fight with Canelo. The Rocky Fielding fight. I mean, those are...
Tenía Correa.
Those are in-between fights. Every fighter does it. Everybody's resume. Every legendary fighter. You think that back in the days that Roberto Duran fought Sugar Ray Leonard, and then the next fight he fought Hearn, then the next fight he fought Hagler, then the next fight... It was never like that. No fighter does that.
You know what it is?
We just forget.
You know what it is I think people complain about the root of how he got undisputed is more. I think people complain more about the names that he has took them those titles from. I think people complain more about that than anything else. You know what I mean?
I think people should look at that. What was the other people doing?
People that talk like that should go watch soccer.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what was everybody doing? Why Canelo Alvarez has separated himself so much from
golf
his contemporaries? What is it? Canelo Alvarez's fault that David Benavidez was sniffing? Was it his fault that he was eating extra burritos to get stripped again? Like, it's not his fault, and now it's he needs to fight David Benavidez. Well, I could have fought you. You know what I mean? I got the WBC because you dropped. I mean, you got stripped. I fought years in because you got stripped. I didn't get it that way. You know what I'm saying? So you don't think he was strategic in his career? You think he fought everyone when he needed to at the right time? I think everybody is strategic as a career. That's why they call the business of boxing. I think that now he's strategic. You know what I'm saying? Now you think Manny Pacquiao was strategic when he fought Miguel Cotto, when he fought Thurman at 40? Even at the highest level, yes, it's strategic. Yes, he's taking the risk, but it's also a strategic risk. So it's the business of boxing. That's why they have matchmakers. Why they have matchmakers? Because they got to match him right. They have to protect their investment. Okay, he's ready for this opponent right now. I'm not going to give him a southpaw because I know he struggles with a southpaw. Look what happened to Earl the True Spence. Earl the True Spence for Emmanuel Lardy, right? Undefeated. He got chin check, wobbled. What's the next time that they put Earl Spence with a puncher after Emmanuel Lardy? It took a while to put him next to a puncher. They're like, whoa. You see all that money that you invested on a fighter go, wait. Let's chill. Let's relax. Let's match him up real good. But it's still risky fights. You know what I'm saying?
Always.
You think Errol Spence... Who's that guy Errol Spence got chin checked by? Emmanuel Lardy. Emmanuel Lardy, okay. He was undefeated. You know what I'm saying?
At the time. So, another news. So, talk to me about what people. Obviously, the Keith Thurman breaking news kind of slowed down my breaking news. So, talk about what Panda said as far as him wanting to go the IBF route. What you think about that? and not go the WBC route where the bigger check is Shakur Stevenson. But in business sense, going the IBF route kind of like took the Devin Haney route. Get the WBC so we can entertain a fight with Teofimo Lopez, and we could unify, and we can go 50-50 business sense.
Again, like, hey, it's a strategic move, right?
That's why Shakur. I'm glad that Shakur responded on Twitter saying what he said. As far as you got to make business sense.
Yeah, everybody gonna make strategic. Now for the boxing fans, they're gonna be like, why you don't go? Why you ain't trying to capture the world title versus a world titleist? Why you trying to go search for a vacant belt? Go get Shakur Stevenson right now. You know what I'm saying? Go get the winner of Lomachenko versus George Kambosos. But it's strategic, right? I mean, who did the same thing? I was gonna say Jason Maloney because Jason Maloney got the vacant title as well.
You just gotta make sure you don't lose to Kambosos.
You gotta be putting yourself in position. That's what they're doing, putting themselves in position, and that's what it is. Yo, Coach, I gotta go, but it was real nice talking to you again. Take care of yourself. Thank you for having me on live. It was an honor. Thank you, yo, Punch Drunkie. Thank you, bro. Nice to meet you. All right, brother.
Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you. Yeah, that's one of my first students. My first students coaching amateur boxing.
But yeah, man. It's a little bummed, but you know what? I do think that Fundora versus Tszyu was a good fight, but I want to see. I don't think that is fair for the WBC to be on the line. Fight for the WBO, and I think that Erickson Lubin should fight instead of Brian Mendoza. It should be Erickson Lubin who beat Jesus Ramos in that final elimination bout. He should fight the Ukrainian guy instead of for the WBC vacant title, and then. The unification, if Bud Crawford doesn't fight the winner of Tszyu and Fundora, then the unification bout between the winner of Erickson Lubin and the Ukraine dude versus Fundora and Tszyu. That's what should happen.
I like it.
I think the WBC been so unfair to Erickson Lubin.
Yeah, he's been outspoken upon it on Twitter lately. I hear you on that. So, what do you think about Crawford using the super title to put himself in position?
The only thing I want to use Bud Crawford to use a super title is to fight Teofimo Lopez. That's what needs to happen. Terrence Bud Crawford versus Teofimo Lopez.
Tú eres la única.
Summer baby, let's go. Pound for pound versus pound for pound. Lineal versus lineal. The best accomplished fighter in Bud Crawford's resume. Teofimo Lopez. Let's go. I don't want to hear no name. No Bud Crawford don't run. I don't give a damn if Bud Crawford beat early true Spence and people want to live in La La Land. No. We ain't gonna give you a pass. I know y'all want. I know y'all want him to be stuck out there in the clouds, and y'all feel like, you know what? Nobody should fight Bud Crawford. He's untouchable.
Él necesita pelear a Super Matías, puñeta.
No, that fight too, but we all know that Super Matías don't want that fight. He ain't ready for
check this out. I'm over here glancing on content and looking at different content creators, right? Mm-hmm. I'm like, all right, let's see who's taking other people's shit. So I'm looking at it. I'm like, I see people talking about you too. I'm like, they say, yo, and they're like, yo, he loved Tszyu too much. Him and Tszyu are lovers. Him and Tszyu are butt buddies. Him and Tszyu are this. I'm like, damn.
Hey, man. Hey, it is what it is, man. They just say they don't like it. They don't like it, bro.
They said, I had one content creator say, yo, listen, Punch, I know you a Teofimo, supporter, lover, fanboy, whatever the case may be, but you don't have to bring down Super Matias to do so. And I'm like, Diablo. So I'm like, damn. People are actually making videos of us and shit. That's crazy.
Hey man, I mean that's not new. That's not new. They just don't like the pressure. That's what it is. They don't like the pressure. They're gonna be like, no, you know what it is. Why fans are so into killing fights? Like why? For example, if I say Book Crawford versus Tszyu Lopez, oh no, I don't want to see the fight because Book Crawford's gonna beat Tszyu Lopez. So why you a fight fan? Put it this way. How come? Let's say if I'm a fan of Tszyu Lopez, am I babysitting? Like other fan bases, am I babysitting Tszyu Lopez as a fan?
But we don't want to waste time. We don't want to waste time on fights that we know what's gonna happen.
No, see that's the issue right there. That's the issue. Who you think's gonna win, Buster Douglas or Mike Tyson?
Tyson, I understand what you're saying.
Okay, you know what I'm saying? So people need to stop. This is boxing. Sometimes we want to see, hey, one punch could change the whole thing. Anything goes, whatever. If we have that mindset that, you know what, I don't want to see this fight because I already think. Look, I think that Bud Crawford beat Boots. I don't want to see the fight.
Yeah, but that's a close fight. That's still a close fight. You don't know who's gonna win. A lot of people, no, don't get it twisted. A lot of people believe that. ¿Por qué tú pones ese cara? Like if people don't, there's people out there that really believe Boots is that guy.
I'm not saying that it's gonna be a tough fight. But what I'm saying is that we're picking and choosing what we think is going to be a good fight. We think it's going to be a good fight because Boots Ennis is passing the eye test with the guys that he's.
Smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel. It's your boy Mills from Mill City Boxing, home of the high level pro boxing media, the Fighters Channel, the Trainers Channel, the People's Channel.
I'll let you, man. Absolutely. Give me a prediction for this. A lot of parents and kids are going to choose.
Look who we have here.
First, Canelo's. And that's one of the reasons why I would think that he's the face of the sport, not just to the old guard, but also
look who's on live.
To the new millennials. You know what I mean? That they want to push the line like Devin. And I think that sometimes that Canelo has had times where he said that he wouldn't fight he wouldn't fight Mexicans, for example. You don't have Devin where he said that he wouldn't fight blacks, so he wouldn't fight Mexicans, or he wouldn't fight any race.
Yo, that would be crazy if Devin came out and said, I ain't fighting no more brothers. I'm done.
Yes, right. So then I think that would eliminate
as being is that Ben from Fight Hype?
You know, and like I said, sometimes there will be a loyalty that you have to your race, a loyalty that you have to your business that you work with, loyalty.
I gotta see. I think it is
a network that will eliminate you from being a front runner with Devin as being a face because of what he did.
Yo, did you know like when you were first beginning the career with Devin, did you know this is how you wanted?
Absolutely.
It just happened this way.
No, absolutely, man. This is what we wanted to do. This is what we set out to do, and we wanted it to be a legendary story that it will help and inspire other guys that's in that position. Because I mean, it's so disheartening that you work as an amateur, you work as a coach, you work as a team and as a family, and then you're told that ultimate old school lie. I call it an old school lie when it says that you're not going to get anywhere unless you hook up with the big four. Unless you know what I mean? You can't do it on your own, you know? So I think we would have a lot more money, I would say. We could probably be, had a lot less of these conversations going back and forth had we hooked up and stayed with someone that was going to protect our image and our likeness instead of actually, you know what I mean, putting the weight of the world on our shoulders and carrying it.
No, makes sense. Let me ask you real quick about Ryan. Obviously, I'm sure you said earlier you saw the sparring. I mean, I'm not gonna grade the clip that you saw, obviously, because they pick and choose what they want to show. But it looks like he's in great shape. It looks like he's serious. It looks like he's focused. Despite some of the things he's been saying on social media about some of the conspiracy theories that he believes in and whatnot, was there ever any concern on your part? Like, were you kind of seeing the stuff coming out and was like, yo, what is he doing?
No. I've been telling Devin all along that they're antics. When these guys are fighters, you know what I mean? And their antics or those come secondary to their skills. He's a very skillful fighter, Ryan Garcia is. He didn't get to where he is by not having the skills. I think, when you talk about being an influencer and you talk about, being a promoter and you talk about all those are things that you have to work towards, obviously. And you, just like your boxing career, it's a bunch of trial and error. So he's not as great a promoter, influencer as he is as a boxer. So we won't be getting prepared for Ryan Garcia, the activist, the social activist, or Ryan Garcia, the conscious Ryan Garcia. We'll be getting ready for the Ryan Garcia, the fighter. And I know within that, just like his body, once he gets to training, boom, he shreds down just like Devin because of years and years and years of doing it. And with a future Hall of Fame trainer in Derrick James, trainer of the year in Derrick James, Ryan Garcia will come with the game plan. He'll have the game plan. It'll just come down to whether or not he can execute it on April 20th. And of course, Devin will be doing everything in his power to make Ryan Garcia forget that game plan that Derrick James has given him.
Yeah, you briefly mentioned the tickets earlier, and I know Ryan was on a live at one point where he mentioned that he got a call from Oscar, and Oscar said some of the sponsors pulled out. All right. All right, you're out here saying this stuff, but it's
it's nervous energy that he's having. It's something that he might be passionate about. But he said, you know what? This is the biggest opportunity for me to get some of this shit off. And I heard him when he said that, that this is the time that he wants to, instead of being a promoter and actually promote the fight, he wants to bring some awareness to what he believes in, and he has all the power to do that. I think that initially he didn't convey that to us when we went to, initially negotiate and put the fight together, that he says, you know what, Deb, instead of promoting the fight, when it comes down to promote the fight, I have X, Y, and Z issues on my mind, and I'm going to do more, bringing more awareness to that than that. So I think that that's, he was very misleading in that. And, for on April 20th, we're going to punish him. You know what I mean? Oatmeal beats no meal, and we're coming to get it. The zone has put the bounty on Ryan Garcia's head on April 20th, and we plan to collect, B. That's what's up. The fight's in New York. Obviously, neither one of you guys are from New York. But who's going to be the hometown fighter? Well, is it going to be Devin? It's going to be Ryan. No, I know this. I know New York is so nice. They named it the same. They named it twice. New York, New York. And it's a place that we hold near and dear. We spent a lot of time out there. So to have this opportunity to go to Brooklyn, the home of Jay-Z and Biggie, you know what I mean, means the world to us, BT. You know what I mean? This will be one that we'll remember forever. It'll be something that we can sit down with our grandkids, grandkids, hopefully, and they hear about it. We talk about it, that we went to Brooklyn on April 20th and battered Ryan Garcia's face. I know Ryan, like in the very beginning, it sounded like Ryan was kind of upset that the fight was in New York. I think even now, when people kind of ask him, why is the fight there? He kind of, it's not that he's mad, but he just kind of sounds a little bit irked. I think he wanted to fight in Las Vegas or something like that. Yeah, which was crazy, because if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. You know what I mean? Our next fight is April 20th in Brooklyn. No better place for it can be at. Allah doesn't make any mistakes. It's the media capital of the world. I think that if you really want to get a message out for someone to come and watch or pay attention to something, New York is the place to do it at. I don't think Ryan Garcia might not want a whole lot of people to see this ass whipping. Have you ever thought about that? He got paid a lot for Tank, so he might be sitting on some money, and he prefer that you don't come out and watch. What I say is, watch on April 20th the hellacious ass whipping that Devin is going to put on Mr. Ryan Garcia for all the shit that he done did and then said about not only our family, but also has said about boxing and some of those stands that he's taken Some of those people don't like you, Ryan. They're going to come tune in to see you get your ass whipped, too.
I know there's been a lot of talk about, at least on his part, there's been a lot of talk about his religion and stuff like that. Is there ever a situation where, I mean, obviously because you guys are from, you're both in two different religions.
Yes, and, but we're under one God, and that's the key. And that's what makes us more alike than different, is that we believe in one God and only one God only. And we also, another thing, that we both believe in Jesus Christ. We love, as Muslims, we love and respect and love Jesus. Our differences, we have certain differences in who Jesus is, in terms of being a man and not being a God, but we believe in God, and we don't want to let politics or religion separate us or take this fight in any other direction, right? And I think that some of our
like they lost signal or something.
Have come out and now started to say that Jesus, they speak on Jesus and they speak on it as if we as Muslims don't believe in Jesus, and that's the contrary. Jesus has been mentioned more times than any other prophet in the Quran. You know what I mean? So, I just think that it's all malarkey. It's all BS. You know what I mean? And propaganda to try to turn, some Christians against some Muslims. But we're not going to have that. There will be no disrespect on either part. It's a fight on April the 20th, and may the best man win.
And that's what's up. That's a beautiful message. Ryan, like, has he changed a lot since you guys were amateurs?
Oh yeah. His new job that he's trying to find himself as a TikToker and an influencer has affected his personality and his thinking. He's starting to think he's a TikToker, think he's an influencer, after him and his family have spent all that time perfecting their craft as fighters, him as a boxer. So yeah, he's changed, but he's taken on a new profession, a new way of looking at life. We're fighters first. You know what I mean? And hopefully we can influence second.
Well, that's kind of what I mean. Like just as a fighter. I mean, forget about some of that stuff he's talking about. Just as a fighter, you've seen the clips, you've seen some of the little things he's doing. Obviously, some of them's patrolling the slow motion shadow boxing and stuff like that. But just when it comes to looking at certain tendencies and things like that, do you feel like he's changed a lot, or are there still certain things that you remember when he was an amateur where you're like, yeah, you still do that? You still do that?
No man is meant to say the same. Change is always good. I think he's changing, and as long as he's happy with the change of who he is, then so be it. Our job is not to change him. Our job is not to argue his points of view or what he's thinking. Our job is to beat his ass on April the 20th, and that's what Devin is coming to do and planning to do. Outside of that, he can be whoever he is. He can have whatever kind of thinking or beliefs. This is just a sport. It's sports and entertainment. I think he's taken the entertainment part of it a little bit more serious than he's actually paying attention to the sport. But when you have that ultimate equalizer, that good night Irene, maybe he's going into the fight and relying solely on that and his belief and his faith that it's going to happen on April 20th. And it's our job for it not to happen. So, I don't have any problem with it.
What about the family? I mean, I know you've known them for a long time. I know, Henry took a couple shots at you. I know you took a nasty shot back at them on social media.
No, BT, you got to tell them. Listen, I was telling the truth. Henry was lying. He said my hair was nappy, and you can see that my hair is not nappy. You know what I mean? My hair is not nappy. I don't have dreads. Juices and berries. I just woke up and it looked like this. You know what I mean? I don't got to do much. I just wake up. You know what I mean? And it looked like that. But with him, I told the truth. I said, if you cannot be, I can't believe everything that you say if you had never told me this whole time that you had a toupee. And it looks good. It looks really good. He almost fooled me. I just was, because we weren't. My job is to know everything about them, like their job is to know everything about us. And when the whole toupee and Turkey thing came on my desk, it was quite funny. So I just wanted to use it back. But that has nothing to do with what's going to happen on April 20th. The things that Henry shoots back at me, whether they're shots or they're pleasantries, those won't come into play on April 20th when both our sons square off in that ring under them lights in front of everybody. It will be more about what we prepared for.
There's the rivalry, of course, the 3-3, but I almost felt like there was a little rivalry between you and the parents, and again, they were involved in the amateur program. I think the mom was a judge or something like that.
No, they weren't involved in amateur program. They were running the amateur program. They ran Southern California's amateur program. They were doing everything. They controlled. They were a ref. They were a judge. They were doing the parking lot. They were doing the tickets. They were doing everything. You knew when you came to fight Ryan Garcia in Southern California, you were going up against a heck of a team in them. And I didn't have that. It was just me and Dev for a long time before, you see the entourage and you see all the support that we have. So,
yeah. That's why I asked, because I was curious, is it really 3-3? Or is it actually like 5-1 with some disputed, controversial?
Yeah, we do have some controversy in there. We do have some close ones early on that went to Ryan Garcia because of his family's political influence in the USA boxing program.
Right.
But nevertheless, those later ones, and in particular the last one, the one that count, Ryan got his whooped.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
Is there footage?
Standing 8 count and everything. I believe that it's on there. Like I said, I have the ones where if he had a picture of anything, it would be when Devin and them were little tykes. The ones that I got, you know what I mean? You see, or the videos that's out there are more when they're more mature. They're a little bit older, But they were young. So, April 20th will be the deciding factor. You know what I mean? It's the ultimate grudge match. It will be decided, like we said in the pros. Amateurs was just that. It was amateurs. We leave that in the past. April 20th, it will be decided.
Yeah. Well, before I get out of here, because I know I've taken up way too much of your time. Let me just end on talking about your guy, Devin Haney. How is he looking? Like, I mean, we've talked a lot about Ryan, we talked about Shakur. How's he looking in camp? How's he settling into 140? He looked fabulous against Regis Prograis. Is there anything different going on? Like give us a little bit of insight in camp.
Oh no! Devin is looking amazing. We've had a great camp. You see, he's running the sand. He's running in snow. You know what I mean? He's coming in prepared, and that's something that we've always wanted. Other kids and other teams to look at. No, we're preparing. You got to prepare. It's hard work and dedication. TBE, he made that moniker legendary. It's something that we still follow. Hard work and dedication is what's going to get you there. And we don't hide that from the people. We don't act like, oh well, we're not paying him no attention. So you can set up something for that night. And saying that night that you weren't who you claim to be because you didn't come prepared. That's not us. We're coming prepared, and we're going to be ready on April the 20th.
How do you see the fight playing out ultimately? Like, are we talking? I mean, I know you're not looking for a knockout. I know Devin's just going to go in and do his thing, but just when you envision it, even before the fight was even signed, how do you think it's going to
end? In Brooklyn on April 20th, Haney and Garcia will have their big test, and on that day, Ryan's face will be a bloody mess.
Bill dropping poetry, Floyd Mayweather Sr. style. Okay,
hey,
that's
when you listen, and I'm gonna tell you, I never thought that it would come, but when I got the best fighter in the world, it just flowed like that. You hear me?
I hear you, bro. I hear you.
Bless you, King, and I thank you always. For your platform. Your platform is there for the people. I mean, you guys are killing it. You know what I mean? I don't just mean you. I mean everybody. I go everywhere. You guys are the reason why we are who we are, and you give us the ability to come out and voice our opinion. We don't get drowned out and what they call the old media's message. So thank you for coming on, King.
Bill, I always appreciate you, bro. I'm gonna hit you up offline.
Well. Ladies and gentlemen, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back with another one tomorrow at 12 p.m. God bless. On to the next. And make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe.